Afternoon baseball here on the show. Charlie Morton, a right-hander from the Garden State of New Jersey, gets the ball here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're going to get a chance to look at a good veteran pitcher here. This guy's been around the block a few times, but one of the things he does, he still competes at a high level, and he's never stopped trying to learn how to be a good pitcher.
Tim Anderson is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one. It's strike one, and it's fouled away.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Oh, and a big curveball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is retired to start out the game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Yohan Moncada comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. And we'll have summer sun in abundance this afternoon. 95 degrees at first pitch. Count now, a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. In prior outings against Charlie Morton, he's gone 3 for 6. He's taken him deep once. All even now, 2-2.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Only 1 strike away from throwing a very strong first inning to begin the ball game. He looks sharp.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order goes Lucas Giolito, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little...
A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dero, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
The second baseman, number 8.
I guarantee you at release point, he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up middle of the plate. Usually gets deposited in the seats.
The 0-1. Now a ball hit hard towards center, and that is going to get down for extra bases as this will drive home 2. And the second runner will stop at third, and they're at the corners now with nobody out.
Wow, you rarely see this guy give up more than a hit an inning, and he's already given up 3 here. It's too early to be concerned, but you do have to keep an eye on him moving forward. He's a pro, though, so he's capable of turning things around in a hurry.
Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Ji-Man Choi the next to hit. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. Lau isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. He scores as they push their lead to 3 now.
You always want to spot your pitcher a run or 2 early on, so he has a little bit of wiggle room. But that double, they're up 3-0 and absolutely cruising. If this guy on the mound doesn't find a way to get some outs, he's going to be heading to the showers before some of the fans are even in their seats.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Working for the punch out and the offering. Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Batting seventh.
Up next for the Rays, Kevin Kiermaier. And a great chance here for the Rays to add on in just the first inning. Out in front of it, strike one. Choi stands at second with two gone. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Giving chase is Jimenez. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw into second. Throw to second, but he's in there. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Batting eighth.
Well, this doesn't have the makings of a start he's going to be proud of, does it? He's getting absolutely pounded here in the first inning, and I would think they're not going to let this go on for much longer.
At the plate, Willie Adames. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And this gets to the wall now out in front of the Texas bullpen.
It's only the first inning, so you hate to say this, but this thing might already be over. Down 5 in the first, they've got to get the car back onto the road, even if the wheels are a little loose and wobbly.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be off for his starter this afternoon. Mike Zunino swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Little chopper back to the mound. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5. Next will be the cleanup. hitter, Jose Abreu, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
So many things run through a pitcher's mind in this situation when your offense gives you a big lead. You know you got to pot commit and get aggressive with that fastball. You got a smile on your face because you have the lead, but you want to continue to attack and try and stay in this game as long as possible.
Got him to go down swinging there. Jose Abreu goes down to become the first out here in the second inning. Go right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball. He's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone. And if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Pitch on the way. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball. Last half of the second set to go, and standing in the outfielder, Austin Meadows, on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And that's the first out.
Up next for Tampa
To the
Bay.
plate now for the Rays is the DH, Randy Arozarena. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
Stepping in now, Brandon Lau. In there, now the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
The 0-2 delivery. This is on the ground over to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
On the ground is short. This could be two. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Couple of hits lead to a run here for Tampa Bay. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Rays lead it 6-0. Stepping in, Luis Robert. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Robert is a very well-regarded defensive outfielder. It used to be that fielders were evaluated mostly by the eyeball test and simple stats like fielding percentage, but of course these days there are many more advanced ways that help determine a guy's work in the field, and in his case, he shines in many ways.
You know, Matty, for me, I think he does pass the eyeball test. I know you have to look at all the numbers and the analytics to really appreciate a ball player like this, but man, does he come to work every day and play hard.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
In now, Nick Madrigal.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. Hit out towards second. Reined in. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They still find themselves down 6-0. Welcome back to Arlington. Before we get much further, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. And it's gone as they add still another.
This is just one of those parks where the ball seems to jump off the bat a lot more during the day. This is the first one of the day, but we might see a few more before this one's over.
Joey Wendell digs in now as he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just...
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
0-2, here it is. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Wendell rounds the corner and is headed home. And now Gracious, just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Willie Adames.
Into the box, Willie Adames. Strike called. Now the throw down. He's going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The run scores from second make it 9-0.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8-9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Gio Gonzalez is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out. Standing in now, Austin Meadows, as it's grounded sharply to first, to second for one, and it's in time to get him. But one run is in to score on the play.
The designated hitter.
So base is empty now after the double play, and striding forward the designated hitter, Randy Arozarena, swinging a ball pulled hard down the line in left, and now it'll rattle up against the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so when he got the changeup, he was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Strike taken, the throw. Short hop, but he's out. Great play to pick the throw and slap the tag on him to end the inning. So they nearly bat around. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Grounded to third. Throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth.
Now batting. Third base.
Now at the plate, Yohan Moncada. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Moncada digs in at 6-2 and swings the bat from both sides of the batter's box. He's in his fourth season as a major league player. Behind 0-2 now. And the pitch. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4. So there are 2 gone now in the White Sox fourth, and that'll bring up Yasmani Grandal. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Down in order go the White Sox. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And next, the dangerous power threat, Brandon Lau.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
First pitch on its way. Lifted in the air to center field. Robert is there, so 2 pitches and 2 outs thus far.
Now batting, first baseman.
Digging in and looking for more, Ji-Man Choi. Already a home run and a double for him in this one.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Gonzalez gets the sign, coming at him with the 0-1. Line drive to center field. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch to end the inning. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
No, that's
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus
Now
far.
batting, left fielder.
Up next for Chicago, Eloy Jimenez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last
0-1.
time. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
In today's game, with velocity and exploding breaking stuff, you have to find a way to control
I got
the
one ball,
strike
one strike.
zone as a unit. They haven't been able to do that today, swinging at way too many pitches outside the zone.
The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike
I got
number
the count,
2.
1-2.
He's in complete command of his two-seamer right now. It's got great movement, great depth, running all over the place. This offense is going to have a tough time.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10
batting,
strikeouts for
the
him thus
designated
far.
hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Edwin
Ball
Encarnacion
next
is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. Now here's the pitch.
Hey! 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
A bouncer up the middle. Scooped up. Throw to first will
Out.
get him easily, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3, go. And that'll bring up Joey Wendell. He's scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
Third baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Wendell.
Grounded up the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Now the pitch. Oh, got him to swing out of
0-2
his
is the count.
shoes on that one. 0-2. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Mazara's on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first
Now
out.
batting, center fielder, Kevin.
Striding in, Kevin Kiermaier.
Kiermaier.
He singled his last time up. Into right field, that's a base hit.
Well, these days don't happen often. You better dig yourself when you get 3 knocks in a big league Wago.
Really?
It's hard to have 3 hits in one day, but boy, this guy is off to a great start in this one.
To the plate now, Willie Adames on the ground up the middle. He'll go to the
He's
bag
out.
for one. Throw
No,
back
he's
to
out.
Abreu. They get them both, and the side is retired. 1 hit's all they get. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Rays 10 and the White Sox nothing.
Leading off for the White Sox, the center fielder.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Luis Robert.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they
0-1
want to
the
get
count.
things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
2.
There's a good breaking ball as it gets the
0-2.
bottom of the zone.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned
Now
hardball
batting,
right now,
right
just
fielder,
rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Nomar Mazara will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball 1. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. And now a curveball
balls,
that's low and in
1
the dirt
strike.
for a ball. It's 2-1. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. 2-2 count. Here it comes. That's popped up. Wendell into shallow left. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Standing in, Nick Madrigal. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Down in order go the White Sox. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Mike Zunino. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Hits this one hard the other way. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out old ambush tactics. First pitch fastball, middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
At the plate, Austin Meadows. Swung on and chopped down the line at first. On to first, and that's the fourth double play they've bounced into so far today. And with it, 2 are gone. Striding forward now is the DH, Randy Arozarena. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. Gonzalez is ready. Here it is on 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a cold strike 2. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for Tampa, but they still hold a 10-7th inning ready to roll. And up next, it'll be Tim Anderson.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Got him reaching there. Strike 2.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
So we got him looking there. Tim Anderson goes down for the first out in the 7th inning. Yohan Moncada is in for the third time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
Now batting, catcher, Yasmani.
Digging in to try it again, Yasmani Grandal. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
Behind 0-2 now. On its way is pitch number 75. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7. Last half of the 7th here, and set to go is the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Number 8.
This is pulled into right. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he'll beat the throw as he's got himself a bunt single.
Now batting, first baseman, G-Man Choi.
At the plate now, G-Man Choi pitches a cold strike. The throw is in time as Grandal gets his man. 2 out, nobody on. Line drive to center field. Robert is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Little resistance. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
No ball.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
He's got it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Up next is Chicago.
Stepping up now, Eloy Jimenez. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Here's a high pop-up. Morton waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
Edwin Encarnacion is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. And Meadows makes the catch for route number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Lead looks insurmountable. Stepping into the box, Joey Wendell. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
The third baseman.
Hit to first.
Wendell.
And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, center fielder.
So here's Kevin Kiermaier.
Kiermaier.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground down the first baseline.
That's foul.
But this will get foul for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Now batting, Willie Adames. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Drilled on the ground to short.
Anderson brings it in.
Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it, the side is retired. Rays go in order 1, 2, 3, but they still hold a. Ready for another chance? Luis Robert starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count. At least for their own stats, you can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Margot is there, 1 away.
The right fielder.
In now the power hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center.
Margot's under it.
2 down.
The batter number 1.
Digging in once again, Nick Madrigal. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Hit softly down the line at first. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Rays, 10 runs, 17 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For the White Sox, no runs on no hits, no errors, and they left no runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.